welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be a quick preview of tonight's game against Lazio in Rome. Kickoff will be 5:45 our time. We're one of the two early evening kickoffs in the Champions League today. Game, of course, will be live on TV on the usual channel. Before we crack on, just a wee request. If you haven't already, please do click that subscribe button. Subscriber numbers slowly creeping up. And for those who have subscribed over the last few days, very, very grateful for you joining the club, joining the team. And also, it would be great if anybody would pass on details of this channel, slightly different in some ways from other channels, bit of an old-timer's opinion of the club, the future, the past, based on 51 years of supporting Celtic through thick and thin, through good times and bad times, through sickness and in health. Also, always delighted to see comments and opinions and thoughts and theories in the comment section, and always delighted to reply to them in the comment section or cover them in future videos. And also any ideas that people want covered in future videos, do please just pop those in the comment section. So today's game is against Lazio in the evening, a game that Celtic need to win to maintain any hopes of European football after Christmas. And then if we do win today, we've then got to beat Feyenoord in the last game at Celtic Park in a couple of weeks' time. Going into this fixture, great memories of 4 years ago, almost to the day, when goals by James Forrest and Olivier Ntcham gave us a famous 2-1 victory against Lazio. I think there's a possibility of a similar result tonight. I don't think Lazio are as strong as Feyenoord or Atletico Madrid. Lazio currently languishing down in 11th place in Serie A. Have not been on a great run of form. They are missing a couple of their key players through injury. And there is a bit of turmoil in the managerial and playing staff. And so I think, as they were at Celtic Park, I think they are a team we can very much get points off. I think Lazio will have to attack that bit more because they do have designs on progressing out this group in second or third place. And so I think they will have to attack a wee bit more than they did at Celtic Park, which then does allow Celtic to use the pace of players such as Kyogo and Yang to exploit things on the break, and also players such as O'Reilly, McGregor and Turnbull all to get forward to support the front players. It's going to need a great defensive performance. It's going to need Joe Hart in his good form rather than his harem-scarum performance that he had against Motherwell, where he seemed dithery, making bad choices, and for me was to blame largely for the Motherwell goal that robbed us of 3 points on Saturday. A few of you may have seen my short video lineup prediction, which was a 4-1-3-1-1 type formation with Hart in goals, Johnston, Carter-Vickers, Scales and Taylor in the back four, McGregor playing a defensive midfield role, kind of quarterback role, as some may call it, tight central midfield three of O'Reilly, Paolo Bernardo and Turnbull, with O'Reilly encouraged to get further forward, with Bernardo being more of the workman, industriously working in midfield, Turnbull being there for long shots, picking up things around the box, and being available for free kicks, penalties, and corners, at which he is actually good. Don't think Turnbull gives enough to the team normally. That's why going with an extra midfielder. I think Yang, for my formation, would be sacrificed, as would Forest, with Kyogo playing just behind O being more of a target man centre forward, staying up on the edge of our half on a constant basis, occupying the Lazio defenders, with Kyogo having a bit of a free roaming role, a wee bit similar to the one that Dyson Maeda did at Livingston after the Joe Hart signing off, and also as a formation that Rodgers has used occasionally when we've gone down to 9 men and 10 men in previous away games in the Champions League. Hopefully, we do keep 11 players on the pitch, and it would be jolly nice if, for a change, VAR gives us a nice soft penalty, which admittedly is usually what the other mob in Glasgow get when they need it, particularly when it's a member of the Dallas family involved. However, there won't be a Dallas family member as the VAR tonight. There won't be a frequenter of the Rangers bars in Glasgow and Motherwell as referee tonight, and so we will have to hope that VAR is on our side. Maybe a nice wee penalty, maybe a nice wee red card for a Lazio player for a change, and we can take advantage of that. We can but dream. So my formation was the 4-1-3-1-1 formation. I don't think Rodgers will go for that. I think that Rodgers will stick to his standard 4-3-3. I think he's going to go for Hart, Johnston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, Turnbull, McGregor and O'Reilly. On the right, James Forrest. On the left, Yang, and through the middle, Kyogo. Does leave the bench a wee bit on the weaker side with players who can come on and make a difference. But O has that potential. Paulo Bernardo and Odin Thiago Holm also can be difference makers coming off the bench. I would love to see one of our young B-team players, Mackenzie Karst, Rocco Vata, both of whom have played very well in the youth equivalent of the Champions League this season for Celtic, where the Celtic young side has taken on Feyenoord, Lazio, Atletico Madrid, etc., and coped well. Admittedly not won on a regular basis, but they've all performed well at that level. And I do think players such as Mackenzie Karst, Rocco Vata do need to get brought through for a variety of reasons. Other wee thing that always strikes me listening to other people's podcasts and YouTube videos and online sites is the fact that a lot of people have been calling for Celtic to sign players with experience, players who've played in Europe on a regular basis, players who've been there and done it. And yet there seems to be this phobia about James Forrest being part of the team. James Forrest is not as old as people think. He has been at Celtic for a very long time. He has been there and done it on a European level. I would fully accept that maybe his best days are behind him, but I think he does have a couple more years of useful football in Scotland and in Europe. And we'll need to remember just 4 years ago, it was Forrest who scored the first goal on the way to that 2-1 victory against Lazio. I think Forrest can do a pretty good job on the right-hand side, hasn't got the same pace as before, still able, however, to get himself into the box at inside forward, still able to do a good cross from out wide, and quite importantly for me, able to track back to support the midfield and support the right side of the defence, which I think is quite important given the fact that Turnbull very much lacks the ability or the inclination to get back to support the defence or act as a 1-2 out ball for McGregor, O'Reilly and the defenders. So my prediction for tonight is a 1-1 draw. I think Celtic for that will need to have a good tight defensive performance, be disciplined in defence and midfield, not give away any silly free kicks, not give away any red cards, hope for a bit of rub of the green, run of the ball, which hasn't been our luck so far this campaign. Things have generally gone against us. Lewis Palmer offside by a few centimetres, and the Lazio winner at Celtic Park onside by a few centimetres, and the slightly dodgy red cards for Lagerbielke and Maeda earlier in this campaign. I think there is a possibility if Celtic do frustrate Lazio that they start to get more and more frantic, and so I think a good start to the game, a good 20-30 minutes of 0-0, trying to look to hit them on the break, absorb the pressure, and as Lazio commit more and more to attack, we then kind of got the players to exploit things on the break. So, finishes things off for today. Hopefully tonight's match goes really well. If so, I will do a wee quick post-match live stream. If the game doesn't go well, I'll do my post-match reflection tomorrow morning instead. So, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Just a wee reminder about liking, subscribing, and popping comments in the comment section, and passing on details to other friends, family, colleagues, Celtic fans and football fans. And for the moment, good luck Celtic, goodbye, and hail, hail.